on this call. So here we go. So welcome everyone. Today is Monday, March 31st, and this is the Independent Stylist conference call that we've been doing, gosh, for several months now, so over a year since our pre-launch phase. And I remember the first call that we did when in pre-launch with Winnie and Max. I was so nervous, and I just love it. I love seeing all of you show up in the morning and in the evening too. Now that we're doing the call twice, and thank you everybody, and thank you for your nice compliments and all of your activity. So I wanted to, I'm going to announce something really exciting. And I love working with all of you. I love working closely with all of you. And it's time now to create the Presidential Council. This is this is the best time in the company right now. It's the perfect time to be part of the company and the perfect time to join the company. So we're going to build this, and we're going to build it big, and we're building it together. And I'm going to announce to you there's going to be what the Presidential Council will mean, and the Presidential Council chair. So very exciting, and moving forward with Winnie and Kat. So what will you get out of being in the Presidential Council? And I'm going to leave some time for questions and answers today as well. So feel free to type your questions as they come up if they're not answered while we're on the call. So just want to make sure you see my screen. Okay. So Presidential Council, what will this mean? The Presidential Council independent stylists are going to get some extra benefits in their Winnie and Kat business. So extra leadership training. I want leaders who are going to build the company with me. And now is the time to create that strong foundation of leadership. So extra leadership training, council discussions, talking about things about the company, your thoughts on the company, what you're feeling from the field and your team, and most importantly, most exciting, this is going to be a prestigious title with business visibility. You see on Facebook, you know who are the other, the on the councils, on the leadership teams of other direct sales companies, and that visibility to your business is going to really be boosted by having this spot on the Presidential Council. So how do you get there? I know you want to know. And I'm going to put together, there's going to be a document outlining these specifics. So I want to give you the overall big picture right now, so don't feel like you need to learn every detail. So qualifications, sponsoring. Sponsoring is very important, and sponsoring also is how you're getting leads as well. When you are personally sponsoring, and that means that people who you bring on your own, it doesn't have to be necessarily on your own. You can have help from me, help from Tiff, help from your mentor, but personal sponsors are those independent stylists who you bring to the company. Home office leads come in, and those might be your first level down, and those are different than the personally sponsored leads. So sponsoring, I'm going to expect an average of 2 personally sponsored independent stylists on your team each month. And if I didn't mention earlier, this is going to be a 6-month evaluation period before the council and the council chair is announced. So the council will be announced in mid-October of this year. So you've got some time and want to get started going right away so you can begin qualifying. Booking, so important. We're going to have a minimum of 4 qualifying shows per month. That's the minimum, okay? Obviously, 6 to 8 is better. I know I teased Kat Harland. I was talking to her. I know she's got one day this April. She's got or next April. She's got 2 shows on the books on one day. So I told her that I'm expecting 16 shows out of her for the month of April. But So booking minimum of 4 qualifying shows per month, and these are averages. So one month you might realize, okay, I am, because I want you to start thinking about the summer, okay? And this is a really, really crucial point right now in your Winnie and Kat businesses, because we're laying the foundation. We're getting more and more leads all the time from internet, from different sources. More people are hearing about us. They're seeing what we're doing. They're seeing that we're still here. A lot of people kind of wait, are not quite as entrepreneurial as you are, and they're coming on board. They're starting to ask questions and starting to notice us. And if you think about the direct sales entire world, we are such at the tiny, tiny tip of the iceberg, not even. I mean, we're like a tiny pinpoint. So just think about all of the people who have never heard of us. I mean, and in Texas, we have like 5 independent stylists total in the entire state. So just think about all of the potential that we have. And this is a really critical time. So yes, direct sales is work when you want. That is true. Yes, if you want to sell sometimes and have your Winnie and Kat hobby, your fashion business, that's awesome. If you want to build, it's gonna require focus on your part, and start thinking now. It's not too early to think about your summer plans and what you're doing and where those trips are going to be, because you want to say you're going on a family vacation in August. Okay, so set yourself up for success before then. Okay, if you're going to be gone for a couple of weeks, get 8 bookings in the month before. Get your sponsors in before that. Plan your business according to your life, but that doesn't mean stop working your business. It means prioritize your time so that your business keeps moving forward. And that's the beauty of this business, is that you can do those kinds of things. You can go on your trips. You can go on your vacations. Plan your business, though, around your life in a way that's going to keep moving your business forward. And promotions is the other qualification. And so in order to be part of the Presidential Council, it's going to require a group manager minimum title at least once during the 6-month period. And group manager, and I know I tell you, focus on when you're working on promotions and when you're thinking about where you're going, think about 2 levels up. So with you've just joined, you're a stylist in good standing, you're thinking about getting to that stylist 3 level where you have $600 in personal volume and 2 active legs. And I know our personal volume requirements are, you can do so much more, and you will do more as you grow and as you build. And that, of course, is the easiest way to control your own commission while we start to grow, while you're building up your residual income. So what is a group manager? This is $1,000 in personal volume and 4 active legs. 2 of those legs need to be stylist 3, and you need to have $10,000 in group volume. If you need any additional training, there is some training on the forum on our compensation plan. One of our, a couple of weeks ago, the Stylist Weekly call was about compensation, but I would love to talk to you more, and also about how to explain the compensation plan when you talk to prospects. One of the most important things is keep it simple. We pay, when people ask me how it works, when you join, you start with 25% of personal commission, and you can get up to 9% on your team as you build your team and build managers below you. Another important thing about Winnie and Kat is that we pay infinitely deep. So as you build managers below you, and that's really important because that's different. So that's when you talk to someone who might be from another direct sales company where there are lots of requirements to have a big front line right underneath you. With Winnie and Kat, if someone 7 levels below you becomes a group manager, that counts, and that's important. When direct sales leaders have been asked which level their leaders are in below them, can you guess, and you can type this in the question box, guess what the most common answer is? How many of your leaders underneath you are direct to you, are your first level down? Can anyone guess what the answer is from leaders, from direct sales leaders? Do, 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 do. Okay, I got 4, 3, all, 1. Galit is the closest. The answer, the most common answer for how many leaders are directly under you is 0. That is the most common answer. It doesn't mean that it's, yes, Sheila got it, yes. Really incredible, isn't it? So that just shows, I mean, you will, I mean, I know that it's very possible that your leaders are going to be directly under you, but that is the most common answer is none. So as you build, just as something to really think about. And yeah, so, all right, we're all going to become group managers by October. These are the things besides those qualifications, besides the specific qualifications, I'm looking for other qualities and characteristics in the Presidential Council. Okay, so these are some things that I'm looking for that are very important to me and in building the company. Teamwork and cooperation. Showing an interest in the strength of the entire company. I want to bring up an example over the weekend of 2 independent stylists who just showed so much teamwork and so much interest in the entire company, which we know is going to strengthen all of us and all of our businesses. So I got a call from Tracy Jepson from Topeka, Kansas last week, and Tracy said, I'm going to be in Wichita this weekend, and I'd love to know either who might be stylists. We've got some inactive stylists there, or who you have talked to before who might be interested in joining. And no matter where they would go, even if it's someone who is already a stylist would not be under Tracy. Tracy wanted to go out there and show the clothes and show the opportunity in Wichita, regardless of if they were directly under her or not. At the same time, Lori Miller had a contact from a new prospect who happened to be in Wichita. It's so amazing when things like this happen. And so this prospect was she's still talking to Lori and talking to Tracy, and Lori has been answering tons of questions. Tracy has too, and what I heard from the prospect, I'm probably going to cry when I say this because this is so awesome. This prospect, Kathy in Wichita, said to me, one of the reasons why I want to join your company is because how the stylists help each other and how Lori and Tracy cooperated, and even Lori telling me you're closer to Tracy in proximity, and I understand if you join her team, it's for the entire growth of the company. So I'm tearing up. But anyway, so that's a really important characteristic is cooperation, and I see that amongst all of you when you're sharing your ideas. Focus and planning is another important qualification. Being able to plan. I've used Ellen as an example of this. Ellen in St. Louis always knows when she's got her, if she's going on a trip, or Ellen's having a surgery in April, and she's got a trunk show 2 weeks later. No, I'm not telling you to not rehab when you're out, but Ellen's got a plan, and she's got people helping her to do that show, and thinking about it in advance. Okay, I've got this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be Ellen said yesterday I'm going to have my walker, and I have my sisters there ready to go. So really able to plan around your life, but also plan and keep your business in mind, and keep focused and stay focused on what's important. So we do have, we think about other things, and we get sometimes sidetracked in what other companies have and what other companies do. And you know what? I love Winnie and Kat, and I love who we are. And certain things like bells and whistles and whatever, those might come. They might not. You know, we're simplifying our business structure. We're strengthening our business. So just to keep focused on what we have and what we have to sell is really extremely important in being part of the Presidential Council, as well as leadership. And this, this will come with being a group manager, but also there's those other characteristics of promoting your team, leading by example. So you're having your shows on the books, you're keeping up with your sales, not just the minimums, and you're allowing your team members to shine. That's something that's so important about a leader, is you're able to, like Grace said at our retreat, a good leader is also a good follower. Leaders don't have all the answers. A leader knows that she's not there to answer all of your questions. Leaders are meant to inspire and meant to build up others who are on their team. So that leadership and leading by example, and also if you don't have the answer, that's okay. Getting answers from your team, as well as other resources, looking up, and that's one thing I'm looking for, is that leadership and results. Of course, results are very important. And are you able to exhibit these qualifications and also get the results to grow your business and the company as well? So are there questions now? And knowing that I'm going to outline the qualifications in a document, but let me know now if you have any questions about the Presidential Council at the moment. Otherwise, we'll move on to recapping the week. How many members? Oh, I'm glad you asked. I forgot to answer that one. Okay. How many members? 5. There will be, and that number could be a little bit loose. There could be more, but I plan on bringing in 5 members on that. Sponsoring average, yes. The number of sponsoring is 2. The average is 2 per month, so it might be 4 one month, and but that's the average. And these are minimums. These are minimum requirements. So if you have someone who's who's sponsoring 5 per month, then that person is going to have a more of a chance of being in the council than meeting the minimums. And group managers, we have some people who are very close to being group manager. And we're not there. We're almost there. We're almost a group manager. I'm really looking forward to announcing some promotions this month. I know there's going to be promotions this month, and I know that some of you have kind of the team in place, everybody in place, and just that activity is starting to come. So we'll be announcing that that soon. And yes, we have a question here. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Tiff asked a question. Does it count when you place someone under someone in your downline? Yes. That also counts as personally sponsoring, and you can let me know. And that's kind of, if you bring someone on and you decide that you might want to put her under someone else in your organization and help mentor that person, then that can count as too. That can count as well. So recap of the week. We had our training on Saturday. A lot of you attended. That was awesome, on a Saturday morning, and it was announced, I believe, on Friday. And we did the training Saturday morning. I love planning things in short. I love short notice. I love short notice trunk shows. I love short notice calls, because in my experience, you get a lot of attendance that way. So don't be afraid to do a last-minute party, to do a last-minute event, to hop on a call. From my experience with this business, people tend to say yes, oh yeah, if it's a couple weeks out, and then cancel, more so than if they say yes within a few days and show up. So and the fun party training goes into that congratulations to Elizabeth. So Elizabeth had her first $1,000 show this weekend. Woo! And I know that Elizabeth did that through listening to the trainings. And Elizabeth had set that intention. We talked about it. And Elizabeth said, I want to, you know, I'm hearing about all these $1,000 shows. I want to do a $1,000 show. And you ladies, you're spending the time, right? You're taking the time, you're doing the show. And so listen to the trainings and make that time the most impactful time as possible for your business. And Elizabeth did that. You know, she figured it out. She said, here, you know, how can I do it? And she also has tons of shows on the books. You know, I know she had a great show last week and some bookings from there, bookings from yesterday's show. And we're going to talk more about that in hostess coaching in the next few days and next week. But the other thing, too, is I know that Elizabeth took part of that training that Deb Bixler did with us on Saturday on how to do a fun show. Okay? This business is fun. It's silly. It's you know, it's empowering. It's nothing but that. You know, it's money making. It's women getting together. It's maybe drinking a glass of wine and buying a cute dress. You know, it's fun. Who doesn't want to do that? You know, who doesn't? And you know, if somebody tells me no one wants to host a party, I don't believe that, because I know from my experience that getting women together to drink wine and try on clothes and give them free clothes, that's not a hard thing to do. There's a lot of things to do in life that are hard. That's not one of them, okay? So it's setting that intention. And the other thing that Elizabeth did was she did a game. And I think that was something new that she incorporated into her shows from the trainings. We learned in our 6 weeks to success and the party bookings that the most important thing to do in this business is to have a fun show. So make your shows fun so that the guests want to have shows. You know, I want to be at a show and think, oh, you know what? I want to do that. I want my friends to come over and play a game and drink wine, and I want to get those lounge pants for free, or, you know, whatever it is, that whole outfit. And better yet, I could do that. Look at Elizabeth. She, you know, that she did some, like, you know, game, and it was like party game and made everybody laugh and get, you know, that's cool. And she's making $500 tonight or whatever it is. You know, that's for a $2,000 show, whatever it is. So so make it fun, and sales are gonna increase, and you're gonna get bookings as well as new stylists on your team. So welcome to Desi and Olga. Thank you for joining us. I'm very excited to have you on the team. And Olga actually was a guest at Jennifer's first party. So congratulations, Jennifer, on that. That's super exciting. And Desi and I know each other from the kids' school. Desi's local here in Malibu. And I didn't even know that Desi was, you know, and this is like part of like the, you know, you gotta open your mouth. You know, Jen actually signed up Desi, sponsored Desi, and I didn't even know that you were interested in the business. I know you've been a customer, and so I just am so excited. Desi's been a customer for since the beginning of Winnie and Kat, and I'm so happy that you're on the team too. So anyway, so close your orders tonight. The system, listen to this, listen closely. The software system closes it's on Eastern time. So the dates are on Eastern time. So to get your orders in, to make them count for March, and this is also important for your upline. So because there's a lot of women who are on the verge of a promotion. So think about that as well. So you will. Sorry, I got distracted by a question. So think about that and think about getting your orders in. Are you close to being active? And if so, what can you do to get yourself active? Because you know, being active is $400, and I have noticed with other companies that there are like huge, amazing names like Elite, whatever, for being selling $400, $500. You know, maybe we need a better name for that, but it's the $400 is sometimes really going to help your team as well and your mentors. So that number is important. And so any outstanding orders you have in the system, make sure that you get the payment in, make sure that you post, and share. I'm gonna talk about the April Fabulous promotion now. I know there's a lot of people on the fence. There's also our financing option, which is very popular. The financing is available for the $599 kit, for the Business Builder kit, which is an amazing value. You get almost $1,600 in retail clothing. You have all your samples that you need to have a successful show. And that's the April Fabulous special is for business builders. And it's $100 in Zuma Sunset credit if you join by the end of tomorrow. And I don't care which time zone it's in. That's not in the system. That's just us. So they can join by midnight or by 11:59 Pacific time. That's fine. $100 in Malibu Canyon if you join by tomorrow night and bring a friend with you. So you really have some great stuff to wear and get yourself going and get your, get your wardrobe started so you can wear things around. And so make sure you tell everyone about April Fabulous. We're going to be doing this call again at 5:45 Pacific, 7:45 Central Time tonight. So if you want to join again, that's great. If you think of any questions, anything you want to bring up. Also, the promotion's automatic. There's no promotion code needed. When you share with your prospects, let them know, give them your stylist number. That makes it easier to join. They can also always type in 1. Whenever someone joins just through 1, which is the home office, we ask them who told them about Winnie and Kat. And if not, if they just join and didn't know a stylist, then we ask them what's important to them in a mentor and assign mentors that way. Now, sometimes I want to say one more thing before we go about leads is that when you get leads, there's a couple of different ways that leads come in. So sometimes there's like 3 ways. So sometimes someone might just join. Okay, and that's awesome. Love that, love that, love that. So when someone just joins, then we have a conversation with them and find out what's important to them. It's not just geographic, because somebody might say, I know what I'm doing. I really don't want a lot of hand-holding. I want someone who is really successful at bookings, because that's something that I could feel like I want improvement on that. So they might be assigned that way. Someone might say, I've never done this before, and I really, I want someone who's going to give me step by step. And then sometimes we get, often we get the inquiry, I'm looking for a local stylist. So that's when sometimes, even if you don't meet those qualifications, if someone wants to go to your party, if someone wants to see the clothes, those are awesome too, because you might just be getting started and not quite active yet. So is the sound okay? I'm about to end anyway, but let me know if you can hear me. I just got a question about the sound. Okay, I think other people can hear me okay, so should be all right. Okay, so I am going to end on that note. I'm going to end with a quote. And I did get one more question on the Presidential Council. We're going to start out with a 6-month period. So the chair will be a 6-month position, and the members of the council will be 6 months. And then that will be based on kind of how that works and evaluation and keeping up with your qualifications as well while you're on the council. So here's a quote. Okay, so think about your goals. I know a lot of you have set them already, and set your intentions. This is a Deepak Chopra quote. You must find the place inside yourself where nothing is impossible. That reminds me, too, my favorite quote from Michael J. Fox. Nothing is impossible. Impossible just takes a few more phone calls. So let's get to work. We got a lot to do. We got a lot in front of us. We have an incredible opportunity in front of us. You are at the right place at the right time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being with me. And I will talk to you during the week. And I can't wait to pay commission this week and pay bonuses and announce those promotions. Bye-bye.